Let's talk about Wicked for Good. Starring Cynthia, Erivo, Ariana, Grande-Butera, Jonathan Bailey, Jeff Goldblum, and Michelle Yeoh, directed by John M. Chu from Universal Pictures. As always, this review will be spoiler-free, but if you prefer to see the film in its entirety before hearing any commentary about it, please feel free to close this video out. I would ask that you bookmark it first so that you can find it easier later. Then come on back and watch this after you've seen the film. First thing I would ask you to do before even watching this video, like hit pause on this video and go back and take a look at my review of Wicked from last year. Okay, I will include the link to that video in the comments here on YouTube, and also the link will be included in the post on Substack, so you can refer to it easily. All right, because a lot of what I have to say about Wicked for Good in terms of costume design, art and production design, as well as casting, it's the same. Because these films were shot back to back, okay? There's no reason for there to be any drop-off. It is still just as immersive, just as vibrant, just as breathtaking in its beauty and its scope and its ambition as the original film. What is different here, obviously, is tone, pace, and the length of the movie leading to a certain dramatic intensity. After all, this is the conclusion of the story. So, director John M. Chu and the screenwriters here handle this material a little bit differently to deliver a slightly different cinematic experience. The most basic difference between Wicked for Good and its predecessor is running time. Wicked for Good ends at about 2 hours and 18 minutes, which is 22 minutes shorter than the first film. That may not sound like a lot, but if you recall from the first film, they covered a lot of ground and they could do it slowly, purposefully, building the tension, building the relationships, building the characters. This time, it's just expected. You know who these characters are, and you should know going in where we left off with them. So they hit the ground running. And that sort of leads to my only very minor quibble about Wicked for Good, which is that the first few minutes feel a little clunky and a little rushed because they're trying to get you where you need to be for this thing to finish strong. But they stick the landing, and man, does this hit hard. If I can give you one huge recommendation before going to see Wicked for Good, and I'm not, okay, let me back up a second. I'm not telling you that you should or should not see it. I think everybody should see this. Okay, just as I loved the first film, I do love the second one. But do yourself a favor and watch the one from last year first. There were a lot of details that I had to come back to that I did not remember because I hadn't seen Wicked since last year. Now, for those of you who have watched it 9 or 10 times since then, obviously that doesn't apply to you. But if you have only seen it once, watch it again before you go see Wicked for Good. Does that mean Wicked for Good doesn't necessarily stand on its own as its own movie as opposed to the original? Maybe. I think that's arguable. But they're not meant to be seen in isolation. This is one cohesive story that they broke out into 2 parts, yeah, for the marketing, but also to make it a little bit more palatable for audiences rather than having a 4, almost 5-hour movie, maybe with an intermission in the middle. They may do that at some point, and if they do, I'm buying a ticket right away. Wicked for Good is rated PG for some of its action sequences, violence, some suggestive scenes, and thematic elements. Please be mindful of that if you are bringing younger audiences. It is in theaters on November 21st. You can find more Film Buff Unplugged reviews and videos on Substack. Just head to fbunplugged.substack.com and subscribe for free. That way you won't miss a single post. We also have a channel on YouTube. Head to youtube.com/@FilmBuffUnplugged, all one word. Please give us a like on Facebook, and if you're on TikTok, you can find my review videos and more by searching for @FelixAlbuerne Jr., all one word. Thanks for watching.